Rowan made her private Instagram public for 9 minutes. 9. Then she locked it again. And 41 minutes later, her ex texted, "You kept the grey hoodie photo?" Her friend Tara did not even let her finish the sentence. "He saw it," Tara said. "There is no other way."
But there is always another way. That is the uncomfortable part. Rowan and Devin had been in no contact for 5 weeks. Not the dramatic kind, where someone blocks everyone and changes cities. The quiet kind. Same city, same mutual friends, same coffee shops they both pretended not to visit anymore. They met on Hinge in Los Angeles. 6 months of dinners, late drives, and almost plans. Devin was good at acting like a boyfriend and terrible at saying the word. When Rowan finally asked what they were doing, he said, "I don't want to ruin it by naming it." That sentence ruined it anyway.
After the fight, Rowan went private on Instagram. Not because she had anything to hide. She just hated the idea of him looking without having to speak. "So why open it?" Tara asked. Rowan said, "I wanted to know if he still checked." Marcus, the voice of reason in the group chat, replied, "Then call it what it was, a test." Rowan hated that, mostly because it was true. At 9:04 p.m. on a Thursday, she switched her account from private to public. Her grid appeared again. No new post, no story, no caption change, just the old photos, suddenly visible to anyone who looked.
The one that mattered was from a Santa Monica diner. Rowan was sitting outside under a red heat lamp, laughing into her sleeve. Devin's sleeve, actually. His grey hoodie. The one he gave her because she got cold and then never asked for back. The photo had been buried on her grid for months. At 9:13, Rowan panicked and went private again. 9 minutes. No like came in, no comment, no story view because she had not posted a story. Nothing public happened. "See," Marcus said later, "that should have been the end of it." It was not. At 9:54, Devin texted, "You kept the grey hoodie photo?"
Rowan stared at the message until the screen dimmed. Tara said, "That is proof." Marcus said, "No, that is a signal. Those are different." And this is where most people lie to themselves, because a signal feels better when you pretend it is a verdict. Could Devin have seen the photo during the public window? Yes. Could someone else have seen it and mentioned it? Also yes. Could he have already remembered that photo and decided to text on the same night by coincidence? Less likely, but possible. One clue is not a confession. One clue is the reason you keep watching.
Rowan did keep watching. 2 nights later, she tried again. This time she told herself it was to prove the first text meant nothing. That is what people say when they are about to make the situation worse. At 8:31 p.m., she went public again. This time the clue was not the hoodie. It was a photo of a paper receipt from the diner where she and Devin had their last normal night. Booth 6 was circled in blue pen because Devin had joked that Booth 6 was cursed. Every time they sat there, they ended up having the kind of conversation that felt like a breakup rehearsal. At 8:38, Rowan went private again. 7 minutes. Again, no like, no comment, no public reaction.
At 10:02, Devin texted, "Still blaming Booth 6 for everything?" Tara sent 6 question marks. Marcus wrote, "Now you have a pattern." That was the moment the story changed. Not because the pattern proved Devin loved her. It did not. Not because it proved he was the exact person behind every profile movement. It did not. It changed because the same route repeated. A narrow public window, an old relationship-specific photo, No public engagement. A delayed private echo. Then the same thing again. That is worth noticing. But worth noticing is not the same as worth chasing.
This is where tools like Synapse AI have to be used with a boundary. The useful part is not spying. It is not hacking Instagram. It is not naming hidden viewers or reading private accounts. That is not how this works. The useful layer is quieter. Profile visit signals, repeat visitor behavior, story to profile jumps, public profile changes, activity shifts around a short window, the way attention moves after one specific thing becomes visible. Those patterns can help you stop treating every tiny clue like a confession. They can also stop you from dismissing a repeated signal as nothing just because there was no like.
Rowan wanted the pattern to say, "He misses you. Text him now. This is the answer." It did not say that. It said something smaller. Someone, maybe Devon, maybe through Devon's circle, was reacting to public windows around old memories. Devon was comfortable sending the echo privately. Devon was still not making a clear plan. That last sentence mattered more than the hoodie. Because attention is not effort. A person can check your profile and still avoid the conversation. A person can remember the inside joke and still dodge the label. A person can text the perfect clue and still give you nothing you can build on.
So Rowan did the thing she had been avoiding. She stopped testing. She typed, "Are you actually trying to talk to me, or are you just reacting because you saw an old photo?" Then she deleted, "because you saw an old photo." The final text was simpler. "Do you want to talk, or are we just doing hoodie jokes?" Devin answered 12 minutes later. "I miss you. I just don't know what to do with that." Warm, honest, still not enough. Tara hated it. Marcus said, "That is the answer."
Because sometimes the signal is real and the effort is still missing. Rowan did not need a third public window after that. She already had the pattern. She had the boundary. And finally, she had the question that mattered. Not, did he look? What does he do now that I know he is paying attention? If you are reading social signals, do not chase one loud clue. Watch the repeat behavior. Watch the timing. Watch what changes after attention returns. And if the pattern stays quiet while the person stays vague, the pattern already told you enough. Search Synapse AI if you want to understand the quiet pattern layer behind Instagram profile signals without turning every clue into a confession.